Hello, welcome. Oh my goodness, you're completely soaked. I take it it's still coming down really hard out there. Here, take some of these napkins. You can have as many as you need. Man, so what made you decide to brave the storm? Are you just really in need of some company or really in need of a drink? Either way, I'm very happy to see you. As you can see, it is quite a slow night because of the storm. So I am very happy to have some company. Yeah, I bet. So what will it be? Do you want something warm? Or do you want something really strong? Okay, nice. I like that choice. Yeah, just make yourself comfortable. Oh yeah, there's a place to put the umbrellas, just right over there. That reminds me, the last guy that came in here a little bit ago, he was soaking wet also, and he did not have his umbrella, which he was very upset about. I guess like his grandmother had given it to him. It was had like a really nice wooden handle or something, and he was saying he had opened it and the winds are so strong out there that it just like bent backwards and then blew down the street and got away from him. And I was just joking, and I was talking about how maybe it escaped you and joined some, secret society of umbrellas. And then he had said that reminded him of a story about this person whose garden gnome got stolen. Have you ever heard that story? Yeah, I had never heard it either. But so I guess a couple years back, this person had a garden gnome. And one day they walked out and their garden gnome had been stolen. Did you say you wanted club soda or tonic? Some people are very particular, so I just always want to make sure. So anyway, so this guy had noticed that his garden gnome was stolen. And then a couple days later, he gets a postcard from this garden gnome, and it's like laying on the beach somewhere, and it says wish you were here, loving life, blah blah blah. And as time goes on, this guy just keeps getting more and more postcards from this garden gnome as it goes on all these travels all over the globe. And it'll be in front of the pyramids, or it'll be in London in front of Big Ben. And he gets to the point where he's really excited to see where his garden gnome is going to be headed next. And it's just all these fun little anecdotes. And then after maybe a year of this or something, of the garden gnome just showing up in all these different places, all these famous locations, mysteriously, all of a sudden, he walks out one day and the garden gnome is just back in his garden. Now it looks, a little bit worn, but it was just back after traveling the entire world. Yeah, isn't that wild? It actually is true. I Googled it after he left. I've had a lot of free time on my hands tonight. So, yeah, I Googled it, and lo and behold, it was a real thing. So did you say you wanted a lemon in this? Okay. Let me cut that for you. That's funny. No, I haven't ever heard about that. It feels nice to laugh a little bit. I have to admit, it was like starting to feel a little bit spooky in here. It's a pretty big place. And to be here all alone by myself, like, yeah, it's just, it's not good vibes. Have you ever seen this show? I'm trying to remember. It was a book. It was a Stephen King book. I can't remember. It was called like Storm of the Century or something like that. But it's about these people. They live on this small island, like maybe off the coast of Washington or something like that. This tiny island that is, you know, like totally isolated from the mainland. And this gigantic storm comes and it shuts down all the power for the entire town. And so they all have to go stay together in this small little sort of like rec hall, all the people together. There's like all these cots and they were sort of prepared because they knew that this horrible storm was coming. So they all make their way over to this shelter. Squeeze a little bit of this in here for you. There we go. Do you want the whole thing in there or just? All right. Well, cheers. So they're, you know, all isolated and cut off from the entire rest of the world, and this horrible storm's going on. And this creature, they don't really say if it's like the devil or what it is, but you start sort of like picking them off one by one and pitting them like against each other and whatnot. Yeah, it was very, very spooky. I love reading scary books. And I might as well have a little myself since we're the only two people here. Are you into scary movies or? No, so what's like the genre that you normally like to watch? Oh yeah, no, I like that too. I definitely like that too. I recommend if you like action, have you started to watch The Penguin at all? It's so good. Yeah, I really, really highly recommend that. Colin Farrell is amazing in this. He does not even look like Colin Farrell or sound like Colin Farrell. And then there's this character, Sophia. I really like her. Oh yeah, I can add a little bit more tonic, sure. I did make that a little strong. There you go. Just say when. Okay. Yeah. She's really good. I forget what her name is in real life, but she's incredible as Sophia. I don't really know who I'm rooting for. I don't know if I'm rooting for her or if I'm rooting for the Penguin. No, Batman's not. He's not in this. It's just kind of the story of the Penguin. Yeah, I'm always rooting for the underdog, but in this case, we have the Penguin who's the underdog, and then Sophia who's also the underdog. So it's like I'm just torn in so many different ways. I don't know. I don't know who I should be rooting for. And it's a complete conundrum, you're right. I like that word. I don't watch a lot of the Marvel movies, but this is definitely my style. It was sad that Joker 2 apparently is just like a complete debacle. Yeah, I was really looking forward to watching that. I saw this funny meme about it. It something along the lines of like, if you're ever feeling badly about yourself, just remember you're not the person that came up with the idea to make Joker 2 a musical and add Lady Gaga to it. It's like, I would love to have seen the room that they were in when they were pitching that idea, you know? It's like, how did they think that that was going to be a good idea? Yeah, just a complete disaster. All that being said, I feel like since it's gotten such horrible reviews, don't you sort of feel like that makes you like a little bit curious to see it? I mean, I don't want to pay money to see it, since I was reading that like every time like a new musical, like a new song would start up, that people, more and more people from the audience would just leave. Yeah, no, I don't want to actually see it in the theater, but I definitely, when it comes on streaming, I definitely want to see that. Oh, do you watch Stranger Things? That's coming back, I think, in like a week or two. It's gonna be funny to see it though now, because I mean, what, the kids are gonna be like 30 years old now, right? I mean, like so much time has gone by. Yeah, you know, it's so funny when that happens. Like, I don't understand, like back, like when we were kids, you know, shows would run every single season. Like, say it was Roseanne or whatever, some show. And you would never get gaps of like 5 years in between a show. And now that's just so commonplace. I wonder, like, why that is. Why now do we have these gigantic gaps, you know, in between the shows that we watch? Like, I was watching this show, Handmaid's Tale, and I can't even tell you, I think the last season was, I'm not even exaggerating, I think the last season was like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I think the last season was in 2020, and the new season's not going to be until 2025 yet. I'll put the knife down. I can see why that is making you a little paranoid. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to freak you out. I know we're alone here, and I'm just like waving a knife around. Not the most welcoming vibes. I apologize. But yeah, it's just like, it's crazy, right? You have this drop of water that's like just about to fall from your hair onto your face. There we go. Oh, butter. I didn't want that to drip down your face just as you're hopefully starting to warm up a little bit. Yeah, the heat's cranked up pretty high in here. Feels nice. I know it's almost like a little too warm. I could maybe go turn that down. You have a nice laugh. You remind me a lot of my best friend in high school. He had a really good laugh like that. Just like a very genuine, sincere laugh. It's nice. This bar is, as you can see, like very close to a lot of the studios. So a lot of the people that come in here, yeah, they're like the studio guys, gals, and yeah, they're just a different breed. So it's nice to have someone just like a normal, real, down-to-earth person like yourself, like you can just chat with. It's easygoing and conversation just flows naturally. Yeah, I don't know, it just seems like every time they come in, it's just, I just want to brag about something. Yeah. No, it's refreshing to just have someone nice like yourself. So what are you into in your free time when it's not like horrible storms outside? What do you like to do normally? Oh, okay. That's awesome. I've always actually wanted to get into that. So maybe you can be the person to teach me how. If you're a good teacher. Are you a patient teacher? Are you someone that, like, I don't know, gets a little frustrated when someone doesn't pick things up very quickly? Alright, well, that's good to know. Yeah, no, I went somewhere once where they had an archery course. I don't remember like what one I used, but it was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be. I liked it a lot, but that was, I think, the only time. Oh, you know what, I tried it one other time. I worked at a school for a little bit, and one time we took the kids on a field trip, and yeah, I know that was a little dangerous, a school field trip to an archery range. But yeah, so I got to try it out a little bit that day as well. Yeah, wasn't there like a celebrity that picked it up really late in life and ended up like going to the Olympics? Yeah, Gina Davis, you're right. You never see her anymore. I liked her. What's your favorite Gina Davis movie? Did you like, what is it, that baseball one? League of Their Own? Thank you. Or Beetlejuice? Yeah. I did see the new Beetlejuice. I mean, it was what I expected it to be. It was good. I had fun with the nostalgia of it all. Yeah, I'm trying to cool down. It's actually super hot in here. Yeah, it wasn't obviously as good as the original, but I didn't expect it to be. But, oh yeah, I'm getting a little more. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I really liked the scene where Jenna Ortega's character, yeah, when she met that guy, because at first it seemed like, oh, they're gonna have a relationship and it's gonna be so cute, and I just liked their chemistry together. Yeah, no, I was disappointed as well. Sorry, blabbing. I was disappointed as well that they didn't end up, yeah. It's just like, I felt like we already had so many villains in that movie. I didn't think we needed another villain. I would have liked it if they had explored that a little bit more. I had fun with it though. It was nice just, seeing that world again. I want to go to Vermont in the fall so badly. Doesn't that town just look like so incredible? I love that. Like, it is my dream at some point in life. Like, I have to drive through one of those farmhouse bridges. Like, that's on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list for sure. I don't know, something about that aesthetic, that like Vermont farm aesthetic, that's just like, that just does it for me. Yeah, maybe because I grew up here, and it's like we don't really have seasons, I don't know. Oh sure? Yeah, let me get you another. Same thing? Okay. Yeah, no, maybe it's like you said, since we don't have seasons here in LA, I think there's just something very like romantic about the idea of being in Vermont in the fall. But I have to tell you, I was looking at Instagram recently, and I'd always had this fantasy about going to Salem, like during Halloween. Yeah, well, apparently everyone on the planet also had that fantasy. It looked so horrific. There was like this Instagram reel, and it just showed people walking down, I guess, like what's Main Street in Salem. It looked like Disneyland, and everyone absolutely miserable. I mean, it was wall to wall people, and yeah, no, completely killed it. But I was so glad that I saw it, because I would have 100% made that trip unknowingly, driven into that, and just been, oh God, an absolute hell. I can't stand like crowds like that. Yeah, Disneyland's just been pretty much ruined. Just tell me when. Yeah, last time I went there was like a pretty horrific experience. Just made me realize, like, I don't dig crowds. So yeah, it was really horrifically crowded. And so finally, after waiting like maybe 2 hours to get on the pirate ride, and that's not even an exaggeration, it was close to being 2 hours. I finally get on the ride, and for like a minute, super happy. I'm like, oh, it's so worth it, because that beginning part of the pirate ride, that's like my favorite part of the entire ride. That part when you're like in the bayou and there's like crickets and dragonflies, and you know, like guys playing the banjo on like the riverboat thing, or whatever those little house things are called. And it's just so magical and so just whimsical in that moment. I love that. So I enjoy the ride for 1 minute. We go down the very first water slide, and the ride breaks down. So it's like, it's before you've like actually entered the rest of the ride. So at the part that we broke down in, it was like the worst possible section. I was just inside this dark cave, and start putting some of these away. And so yeah, it breaks down right in this dark cave. It's just pitch black, but we're directly underneath a speaker that is just saying on a loop incredibly loudly, "Dead men tell no tales." And that's annoying to hear, you know, like 3 or 4 times in a row. I was stuck under that thing for at least 10 minutes, just hearing that in the pitch black darkness, hearing "Dead men tell no tales" over and over again. It was pretty much like the definition of being in hell. It was horrible. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna go back there. I mean, it's so expensive, and oh, you're right. No, I do actually want to see that. Yeah, I do want to see the new ride that they did for Splash Mountain. Yeah, that's how they get you. I don't even know when the best time to go would be, though. It's like there's no good time to go anymore. It's seems like the only way to enjoy it, and this is kind of messed up, is like you have to, I mean, it's already ridiculously expensive, but it seems like the only way to enjoy it is if you do that thing that I see like the celebrities do, where they like get a private guide, and then like the private guide gets them just like right on to every single ride. I wonder if it's like a price per person, or if it's just like one lump sum. Like say you could split it like within your whole group, like 10 of you were going, and you just break it up and you each pay like $200 or $300. Or if it's like $1,000 per person. Yeah, it's worth looking into. Cause yeah, if you could break it up, then that would be kind of cool. Yeah, just having like your own private tour guide just walking you on to every single ride. Yeah, I could handle that. Oh, you want more lemon? Yeah, got you another slice here. Here, hand me your drink. I'll just put the whole thing in there. There you are. Well, it's been very nice chatting with you. I'm gonna have to go grab something from down below, but promise me you're not gonna go anywhere. I'm really enjoying your company. You can't possibly have anywhere that you need to be in this horrible storm, right? Well, perfect. So you can just hang out with me and keep me company for the next hour until my shift ends. You know, there's a TV over in the corner. Would you want me to put on the Penguin? Because I don't mind watching it again. It's honestly like super good. I could put on the Penguin and just watch a little show. I promise you, you're gonna like it. I can't imagine that you wouldn't like it. It's really well done. I don't know anyone that has seen it that hasn't liked it. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna go. Just have to do a few things downstairs really fast. I just have to lock a few things up before I forgot. Cause like once I get the show on and like we start talking and I have one more of these, I know I'm gonna get so distracted and completely forget that I'm actually here to do a job. So yeah, let me go down there, take care of a couple things, and then yeah, we can just watch that show together. Hang out, have some more laughs. See, there's that laugh again. You honestly have the best laugh. It's so contagious. It's super cute. Alright, stay put. I will be back. Oh, you know what? I just remembered downstairs we have a bunch of those pretzels that have like the peanut butter in the middle, and then we have those honey mustard ones. Yeah, I've got like some good snack. Like what type of snack food do you like? Okay, all right, I can whip us up a little something. All right, yeah, I'm gonna bring us some good snacks. This is gonna be fun. Yay! I'm so happy that you're here and you're keeping me company. It's awesome. All right, be back. I'm bringing snacks and we're gonna watch the show. Okay, stay put.